If you are spending more than $20 on any wire management for your desk setup, you are spending too much. I'm going to show you my solution that's even less and keeps every single wire completely hidden from sight in your office. So let's get it. All right guys, if you've been watching the videos lately, you've noticed that I have actually switched over to this FlexiSpot 4-leg standing desk here in my home office. For that full review, you can find it in the link above. So when I went to go install this new desk in my office, there was one thing that I knew I wanted to get right this time around, and that is the wire management underneath the desk. So guys, as you may know, if you already own a standing desk, there are two main things with standing desks that makes this process even harder. First off, you have components with the desk that require it to function that actually have wiring to them themselves outside of your computer, monitor, or whatever else you're putting up here. And then the second thing is the desk actually moves up and down. So the last thing you want is a bunch of wires that are going to tug on each other as that function actually takes place. So what I like to do with standing desks is get as much of the wiring on the desk itself and then have a single power wire, if possible, going to the floor. Now, when you have these standing desks, they actually move up a pretty good amount when you go to stand at them. And the last thing you want to see is a bunch of wires dangling down all over the place, creating kind of a hornet's nest in your office. Now, with any of these brands of desks, you actually get a lot of wire management options from Trays and other solutions. First off, they're expensive, and two, when the desk is actually all the way up, I don't want to see those low-hanging trays. So what is your option that could be cheap, easy to use, and out of sight? And that's where these come in. So if you do a quick search on Amazon, you will find these trays, and what they actually are for server racks. And for about 15 bucks, you get 4 of these 15.5-inch long server wire management kits. And if you look at them closely, what it is a single cover that can either slide or snap on. So you run the wires through these trays itself, and then you have these grooves on the side that you can use as pass-throughs to run your wires. So what I end up doing is putting about 3 of these underneath the desk with a couple inch gap in between to allow for wires to come in and out if necessary. Then to attach them to the desk, you're actually already given these adhesive strips that you're able to just stick these under the desk and make them not permanent or not having to drill into the desk itself. So for $16, you get a full wire management system underneath your desk that is not permanent and does not hurt the desk. So then the second part of this, especially for standing desks and really for any desk in general, is that you need power. So I use those same adhesive strips to actually do just a simple power strip underneath the desk and then run that to a surge protector or UPC down under the desk out of sight. So what you end up with is an incredibly clean, easy to install setup that is not permanent, that actually drills into the desk, that is completely out of sight, and only $15. All right guys, so there you have it. For 15 bucks, you're completely set up underneath your desk with some of the easiest wire management you can do that is completely hidden behind the frame of the desk itself. If you have any questions about this setup or you need to get some for yourself, there's a link down in the description. Hit up the comments section. I'll be sure to answer as many of those questions as I can. And as always, if you enjoyed this review, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to Rob Sutton for more reviews like this in the future. And until then, on to the next one. Thanks guys, see ya.